So Michael,
Do.
how you doing?
Okay. Sorry, I just missed you. I was on the other phone. How can I help you?
Yeah, no worries. I was calling about crazy.
Yeah, there seems to be an old water bill that was from your time, and it was more than was escrowed for.
Okay. Okay. Because typically you guys don't retain just funds for that because.
We do. We held some money, but the
Mhm.
problem was the bill was more than that.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
normally we always hold something, but if it comes out as more than that, you got to pay it because the clerk of the court won't take the deed
Mm-hmm.
until we pay them.
Okay, I'm gonna send that over and then reach out to the tenants because this water was on their name. Do you know the total amount, or you can find that out for me?
I put that in the email. It was 472. I'm not in the office.
No, no, I got that amount in
472.
front of me, but is that the
Oh
total
yeah,
or is this just
yeah.
the remaining amount?
Oh, good question. I saw that number and from the clerk,
Okay,
our recording clerk, and I just copied it.
okay, okay.
Um,
Yeah, you can check that at your office. I just want to know how much I need to recoup from the tenants because this wasn't
Yeah,
under
I'm
name.
not going to be there
Mm-hmm.
until tomorrow. I'm on my way to the doctor, but I'll tell you what.
Got it.
Email Ajane,
Mm-hmm.
email my clerk, and
Mm-hmm.
just ask her. Tell her how much do you need to send in order to get the bill paid,
Okay.
in addition to whatever we're holding, and she'll tell you precisely.
Okay, fantastic. Do you have any update for me for Eileen?
Um,
I know last time you told me you think the taxes has been paid by the lender
I've
and
been
you tried to
paid.
record it.
Yeah. That's right. It was submitted. I have a note. I saw your note and I wrote to my clerk,
Mm-hmm.
to the recorder,
Mm-hmm.
and I did see an answer from her yesterday.
Okay.
But as I said, I'll be back in the office tomorrow morning,
Okay. Okay.
and we can take it from there.
Okay, cool. What time can I call you tomorrow about that file?
Uh, let's see. It's Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have. Oh, yeah. Uh, I've got to meet them. I've got a little quick breakfast meeting. These people usually talk forever. Let's say, yeah, they
Oh, Michael.
anyway, they there are these two guys, and each one they're partners in this business, and each one of them has to get their say in, and they wind up
Oh,
repeating each other a
get
lot.
it. Get it.
Let's say after 10,
Okay,
probably.
after 10.
I
Okay.
should be in before, but let's just say after 10, just to
Okay.
be sure.
I'll try you after 10. Sounds good. Thank you
Okay,
so much, Michael. I'll reach out to Oceanate for
no
Chrissy.
problem.
All right.
Thanks.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, guys. So listen, one of the things you have to do when you get into real estate, right, is absolutely find a great attorney, closing attorney within your market, wherever you market into, right? They're not going to be on salary. They're not going to be your employee, but you need somebody on your team like a Michael Gross. So just to tell you, when I first started, my first mentor used to live in Arizona. So a lot of the things he was teaching me was based on his local market. A lot of the strategies on the creative finance side, on the legal paperwork side. So when I tried to take the theory he was giving me and practically implement that in my market, which is Maryland, it just didn't work. It's not the same rules. It's not the same regulations. So I had to approach it completely different. Now, here's the luck that I had. Is a luck, but it's not really a luck. I ended up calling multiple different title companies until I landed on this one. If you guys don't know how title companies works, if you live in a state where it's a title company, they typically have an escrow officer, and then they have the actual title attorney, who's the person that put the green stamp on all the legal paperwork. So they always have an attorney, typically in-house, or they outsource it. You don't want to talk to the escrow officer. Most of them, they're like an admin assistant. Really, like that's literally how I see them. Don't talk to them. Most of them, they're not too competent. They don't know what they're doing. You want to talk to the attorney. So what I did is I started calling around and asking the escrow officers on a bunch of title companies, hey, can I speak to the attorney, to the closing attorney? And at my fifth or seventh call, I ended up landing on, this title company here, ATG Title in Maryland. And they put me in touch with Michael Gross, who's their attorney, their in-house attorney. And this guy has been doing real estate deals for over 30 years, right? Like literally gray hair, great podcast voice. And the first time we talked, here's how I approached the conversation. Remember, guys, they want your business. This is how they make money. They make money by you bringing them real estate files. They make money on the closing costs, the admin fees, everything, right? That's how they make money. So they want to talk to you because you're going to bring them business, but that's only if you approach them as somebody who's going to bring them business and not waste their time and ask them, oh, how do I start real estate wholesaling? An attorney is not going to, title attorney is not going to tell you how they're going to start wholesaling. So when I called him, I said, hey, Michael, I am an investor local here in Maryland, and I am looking for a title company to bring my business to. And I want to make sure that I'm working with a title company that has an attorney who's competent, because I do what is called creative finance, also not just traditional real estate, which is cash deals essentially, right? So creative finance is owner finance and subject to. If you guys are a part of my community, then you already know what that means, right? So he sat there, talked to me for 45 minutes. He said, well, sure. What questions do you have? And I was asking him, hey, have you ever closed, real estate transactions on creative finance? Have you ever done subject tools? These guys started telling me exactly the history of how creative finance got started in the US. That's how I knew this is the guy. This is the attorney. For a whole 47 minutes, super passionate about everything that has to do with real estate closings. And I hit two birds with one stone. Why? Because he told me on that phone call that not only I can use ATG Title and use him as a title attorney, but he also has his own private practice. So he has his own cabinet, his own private practice, so I can have him as my personal real estate attorney in the DMV, right? He's licensed in the old DMV. If you don't know what DMV stands for, is for DC, Maryland, and Virginia. He said, I have my own practice, and you can also put me on a retainer. Guys, a retainer is just a fee you give the attorney up front. It could be $1,000, it could be $800, and then you can call them and ask them questions. They charge you by the hour until that money is finished. Then you send them back another check, right? So he charged about 350 to 450 bucks per hour. But guys, it's absolutely worth it. He saved me so much headaches in Maryland, taught me so much about the local laws over there, how to structure deals creatively. He's even taught me how to talk to sellers when I'm on the phone, and how to explain the mechanics. Literally, like he's a great salesperson on the phone. Anyway, build a personal relationship. I've had him on some of my real estate events. I have a podcast with him on my YouTube. You should go watch it. He's giving the full history on how creative finance, even before the 1970s, already existed. How did it start? That is older than the US. Blah 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 blah. But guys, you need somebody like that on your team in your local market. So if you're learning from me or from anybody else, and we do deals in X market, but you're in the Y market, you need to find an attorney in Y market and ask that attorney. Obviously, I'm not a licensed attorney. Ask that attorney about the local laws, local regulations based on the strategies you're going to go after. Find a great title company that is going to close your deals and build those relationships. They want your business. Same thing for the cash buyers. Same thing for the realtors. If you decide to do, realtor outreach, right? All right, guys, build relationship. Remember, real estate is what? A team sport. A team sport. You don't have to have these people on salary because you don't have the money for it. You cannot even afford them, but they need to be on your team. So you have to call them and build the relationship. And by extension, because you're going to bring them the business, guess what? They're part of your team. All right. And they'll help you win. Until next time, guys, stay bold and be bold. Boom, boom, boom.